cover. Shayna will like it. Thank you.
Yes, I specified that was just for you when I said it. That's what happened.
Play this so that you have to hear it. No, go away, advertisement. Fuck you.
Well, I haven't actually heard the non-metal version of it, so
Have you not watched The Witcher on Netflix yet?
no. Why would I do that?
That's pretty good. I've never played the game, and the show is actually
I
very good.
tried to play the game once, and I didn't care for it. And I'm not a Henry Cavill fan, so
I'm not either. I very much dislike Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
Never
me
played the game, liked the show.
Well, it's on my eventually I'll watch it list because it doesn't look like garbage, but I'm not motivated to see it either. So
I was just bored the weekend it came
Henry Cavill is the one who plays Geralt. He also is Superman. He actually plays a very good Geralt. He was a really shitty Superman because honestly, Superman is actually really tough to play.
I don't know. It's because Superman's shitty. Sorry.
He was also in the most recent Mission Impossible movie as the CIA guy.
Yeah, I don't watch the Mission Impossible movies because
I watch everything with Tom Cruise because he's such an amazing actor. Top Gun 2 comes out this summer, and boy, am I!
I am making a face right now. I so wish you could see. Right.
speaking of amazing actors, did you guys know
he is weird as fuck, but I have liked every single movie he's done. Like all the way back to Legend, baby.
What about Nicolas Cage?
He's going to be starring in a Cthulhu.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's going to be now.
I truly believe the more ridiculous the idea for the movie, the better Nicolas Cage is cast for it. Nicolas Cage is the acting equivalent of Michael Bay. The dumber the concept,
Spirit energy.
The better he does.
yeah.
I mean, National Treasure wasn't horrible.
Yes, it was.
I don't.
Gone in 60 Seconds was really good.
No, it was horrible.
Never
You're
saw.
horrible.
The mom's horrible.
Oh,
You'd know better than I would because she was an absent mother.
Anyways,
let's play D&D now.
Yeah, let's play D&D,
Streamed on the
guys.
internet, wasn't it?
Yeah. that's
yeah, the entire last 5 minutes has been on the internet.
Okay. Well, welcome back to the new year to all of the Sun Puppies.
Yay.
Yay. Except Stefan. Boo.
Yeah, sadly not Stefan.
Jerk.
But
We know where his character is. It's okay.
Yes.
okay, while Spider and Sameo were getting the humans and Tabaxi that chose to join you settled in and starting on practicing some of the routines, Monit, Agrin, and Jor decided to go scout ahead because the squirrel went missing, and they actually belay my last. You guys split up in 3 different groups because the squirrel went missing. People were having problems figuring out which direction the squirrel went because it's a gray squirrel, and
Or how we were supposed to differentiate, Spider's special squirrel from any other squirrel.
so Amonit, Agrin, and Jor went together to scout out and found a cave.
Technically, we didn't go with Amonit. Technically, me and Jor, Agrin and Jor wandered off after being the ones left behind to protect the caravan and tripped over Amonit.
That's right. Amonit finished up his deal with the interesting vendor in the flail snail shell. I forgot about that. And he met up with them. You guys saw a small squirrel-sized hole above the cave where a hydra decided to come out of. Spider and Sameo, your characters had gone off trying to find the little gray squirrel that was leading the party. Found other gray squirrels.
Okay.
And, unless there's something else you 2 want to do, the other 3 members were going to be headed back to camp. If I remember right, please correct me if I was wrong about that, because you did find a couple things, and I was just going to wait for you to share with Spider and Sameo, or do something with on your own.
Yeah, I have to drop this off.
Drop what off? Your new child? What is it?
Yeah.
You leave it with your girlfriend? Where are you putting that kid?
Well, no, we probably will put. Wow.
Adrian's been experimenting with mushrooms. As you continue.
Is Akron really high? It's just what it sounds like in his
Actually, yes, Agron was like he experimented with one on his mushrooms at the end of that game, if I remember right.
Right. So yeah, we'll go with this.
Okay.
I'm on it. Those are weird, strong fucking mushrooms, dude.
I've got some better ones now if you'd like to try.
Yes, please.
But
You don't wanna
we
do
found
that.
this egg. Well, Jor has it.
It's a
It's
drawer size egg.
really, really shiny. I'll stop now.
No! I need this now. I love it. Alright.
I don't know what's up with the death threats. It's messed up.
Since I don't know where we were or what's home, death to. I can't read that. Yeah,
Damamonet?
Damon. What?
Demon on it? I don't know.
Damonet? Dom.
Demon.
And we just don't know it? What's happening?
So for Sameo, you guys have just been headed north. You're in the middle of the forest. You'd only gotten what did I say? 2 days north before this last event happened.
Okay.
So you guys had just left the commission. You were heading, following the squirrel, trying to find. You came to the base of the mountains basically when the squirrel went missing.
Oh, okay. So we are still following to try and take care of the evil, not squirrel thing. Rodent creature, that spider. Okay. All the information I got from last week's was that Jor now has a new dragon baby. That's all I've got. So
I do have to ask, who has the mask?
I'm on it.
there's a
Yeah, Mana has it.
Okay.
Agron really didn't find anything, if I remember right. Like for most of it, he picked up the podium the egg was on because he thought that was the solution to Jor's issue.
Yep. And you aren't wearing the mask, correct? You just
No,
have
I
it?
was looking for someone to identify it when we get back to town.
Okay.
I can identify it.
Very valuable lessons about experimenting with magic objects.
You don't want to just eat it and find out what would happen?
No, that's not a Monit's thing. That's,
Everyone else is
apparently and apparently.
everybody's.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we'll take a break from training the future Cirque du Soleil. And are we going to continue heading towards the squirrel situation, or are we heading back to camp now?
So, like I said, Sameo and Spider, when you guys split up to try to figure out what happened to your squirrel guide, you found other gray squirrels, which probably have joined Spider's entourage.
Of course.
But you don't really find anything else in the forest unless there's something specific you want to do off to the side before you rejoin. Because as far as I know, Jor, Agrin, and Namana were going to start heading back to where you guys are camped at to bring said squirrel, which Jor spent a lot of negotiation getting out of a tree.
To be honest, this is just another gray squirrel. We're not even sure if this is the right gray squirrel. I was just thinking about this. I'm like,
Yeah, Amana asked that question multiple times and was told to shush.
Did we though?
Well, so Samayo, I guess I'm just going to follow Spider since it's his squirrel situation until we meet up with everyone else. I will defer to the guy who can talk to the animals that are leading us.
All right. Onward, my loyal countrymen. Country squirrels.
Okay. So You just tell your squirrels onward, my squirrel countrymen.
Well, I recap what we're doing here. We're going to go join up with the others. So
Okay, that makes it easier. They will actually start heading back towards camp, though it's a little bit roundabout because they're squirrels. And they need to find, some of the best acorns before they get back. Along your way back, after you kind of make a somewhat of a loop, a little bit of a sidetrack, you do hear Lester scream, so you know Amonit is somewhere nearby.
Like scream how?
Lester's individual scream, just his normal happy.
Not like screaming in pain scream, but like.
No, just like his normal happy Lester shriek.
Okay.
Okay.
Just making sure, because, I have to be concerned if something was wrong.
Right. And if you choose to go find out where Amonit and Lester are, you will see Jor carrying a golden, shiny egg that's almost the same size as he is. Amonit's got a weird dragon mask that's also gold.
I'm not wearing it, I'm carrying it.
Mm-hmm. Agrin, I think, left the podium behind, so is possibly riding Sunbeam.
Yes, Agrin is riding Sunbeam, has left the podium. He, dumped the podium as soon as he realized it wasn't useful to anybody.
And there is a gray squirrel running back and forth on Jor's shoulders, chittering at Amonit, and then at Agrin, and at Lester.
He's mad at them.
Okay. Hey, Puma.
There.
So, this is what you guys see when you find Jor, Agrin, and Amonit. And apparently, at some point, Sameo has rigged tiny harnesses for spiders.
Yeah. Maybe we tried that and it didn't work really well, so now we just have a bunch of small harnesses that are useless.
So, speaking of their harnesses, can they, we were doing the studded leather armor.
Yep, they've got the studded leather armor.
Can we have made those a little bit spiky so they're harder to chew on?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to help a whirlpool of electric eels, but,
Yeah, we won't save it from that, but, bears and dogs.
I feel like the key to that, though, is to just not make another whirlpool of electric eels. We could avoid it that way.
Yeah, weird stuff you find in dungeons, I tell you.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, what's weird is that egg, because I didn't know Jor's girlfriend was with us, and I didn't know that that was a situation they were trying to have. But congratulations.
Have babies.
He is bringing the baby with us, isn't he?
Yep. I'm just carrying it, so.
I mean, it's not babysitting if it's yours, Jor. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Public service announcement. All right. So, hey guys. Jor. What are you doing?
He's just like waddling with the egg.
Do you want help carrying that? We have
Yeah.
a sled. Here, put it in the sled.
This.
Strap it in the sled and let the squirrels drag it.
I'll explain to the squirrels that this egg is kind of like a big deal, that it's like a king or something that's not born yet, so we need to take good care of it. And
Ooh, the line of succession has been drawn.
it might be a future protector for them, so we need to take real good care of it. Which
All
is
right.
because it'll probably eat them when it's born, but right now,
I hope not. It's sad.
Okay, because they do trust Spider, and he said that could be a future protector, they are going to go a little bit slower with the sleigh. It is still kind of a bumpy ride.
scrambled dragon by the time we get where we're going.
There you go, Jor.
Thank you.
Honor guard. Those are that's an honor guard. I told them what's going on, so they're proud to help.
Oh, by the way, Jor's been picking up some squirrel. He's becoming quite fluent. Maybe the two of you can share a conversation sometime.
No, I'd be happy to chitter with you about it sometime.
I actually think it was Agrin who was trying to talk to the squirrels.
Yeah, squeak, squeak, squeak 'em.
Yeah, squeak, squeak, squeak 'em.
That's what
That's racist. You shouldn't make caricatures of them like that. They're good people, okay?
Wait.
Squeak, squeak, squeak 'em, squeak 'em, squeak 'em.
Yes, I posted the song with that voice. Come on. I played in the background, but I don't want your video to be flagged. I don't know if Dr. Demento's flag worthy, but there you
It's
go.
all good.
All right, so what are we doing here? How come you guys are so easy to catch?
I thought we were following Squirrel Lord.
Well, now we are.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were taking so long to catch up.
Right.
Now, Spider, because of your ring, you can hear the squirrel on Jor's shoulders, basically cursing Agrin and Amonit out, and
did Amonit do?
also talking about the big multi-headed dragon lizard thing blocking the entrance to the path through the mountains.
Wait, there's a multi-headed dragon lizard thing, and you guys didn't mention that?
There was one.
We try not to talk about the dearly departed.
No.
It's kind of dead right now. We
You
we
friends.
cut off all of its head and cauterized the wounds.
Did it have any babies?
Unfortunately, no. We have the golden egg thing.
That's where we took it from.
Oh,
Oh my god.
gotcha.
I tried to make a friend, okay?
Yeah,
But it was
we
hungry and there was
tried.
nothing else to feed it.
Well, an attempt was made, and we did take the child, which is our secondary.
I'm
system.
fairly certain this was not the Hydra's child.
Whose kid is that then?
See, that's the thing.
Well, it's
Talk to my
obviously
girlfriend
abandoned. So,
and-
well, it's Jor's now. It's Jor's
Yeah,
kid.
I talked to my girlfriend, and
George-
she said that they're protective of their babies, and if it's not around, they're probably dead.
And a father doesn't have to match its baby, you racist. Adoption's a thing.
Didn't say that.
Oh, this is a
Don't
good
say
thing.
that.
Got it.
That's what your face said.
Yeah, don't judge us.
You can always tell judgmental people just by looking at them, right?
Yeah, they get really free flowy with that middle finger thing too. I don't know. When their words fail them, the middle finger just comes right up.
Okay, well, this the pass is free, so let's go. Come on, guys. I'll lead the way.
Aw, someone hurt Shayna's feelings.
Things are looking up for Shayna.
I have a feelings, and you've hurt them.
She's got a feeling.
Shut up.
I thought maybe there was another earthquake and your camera was just stuck up now.
Okay.
Becca's just like, you guys are fucking crazy. I just let you do this for an hour and not do any plot advancement at all. This is great.
Pretty sure she's used to it by now.
So where do we go?
I was going to say, you mean standard ops for fucking Sun Puppies?
Yeah, she hasn't told us to not come to game anymore, so I'm pretty sure it's okay.
Until we magically just like, we have to reschedule, and then there's never a rescheduling. Until then, that's
You log in one night to look at your character sheet and find everyone's playing without you.
oh, ow, that hurt.
I kind of want to engineer the situation now.
That's mean.
I actually would not emotionally recover. I would disappear from all of the games and just. Oh.
No, that would just be awful.
It's just sad. Okay, so where are we going?
Good question.
That way, right? Looking at the squirrels. Yeah.
So our plan is to just follow the squirrels.
Yes.
Okay.
Know where the evil. Wait, I had notes. What was the name of the evil dude that the squirrels are trying to overthrow or kick out?
Finding notes. I made a notepad of them and I can't find it anywhere because I don't know what I named it. So
Notes.
It's
laughable.
surprisingly, it's not helpful in finding them.
Lo siento. Right.
Yeah, like this entire plot arc was all about Spider's hometown and, leading the revolution. And the one guy who needs to know doesn't know.
Oh, no.
Shut up. The squirrels hate you.
Squirrels haven't even heard my voice yet.
All right. Enough of this. Let's go. Come on. Where's Sameo? What happened to her? She was
Yeah.
I believe Steph called her. That would be my guess.
I miss Steph.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
So we're just following the squirrels, or I'm just sitting on a sleigh with an egg. So
Are you trying to hatch that egg? I'm a little confused.
Bonding.
well, if Jor thinks it's a thing, yeah, he will sit on the egg.
I heard if you talk to it, it'll recognize you when it's born.
I've been talking to it. Like Agrin's the uncle, the fun uncle, apparently.
So the little gray squirrel on Jor's shoulder will actually hop off and run to the front of the squirrel sleigh. And will lead you guys back to the Hydra cave. But then the little squirrel runs up the cliff and into that squirrel-sized hole and darts down into that hole.
This is why we can't have nice things.
The other squirrels start climbing the cliff.
Oh, are we going in that hole?
Yep, that's the way. That's the tunnel. Leads straight through the mountains. Don't have to go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down.
So I'm not big on critical thinking, but what's the problem? Which one of you can figure out what the problem is? I'll point at the one that already went. Is that the one on Jor's shoulder?
Yep, it was the one on Jor's shoulder.
Jor, I think that one likes you, by the way.
Well, I like it too.
Her, not it.
Her?
Yeah. Her name's Dappled Leaves on the Forest Floor that hide the nuts.
Sexist bastard.
So, if the thing with the dragons don't work out, I mean, cook you up. Yeah, so squirrels, any ideas?
So several of the squirrels in the harness actually tried to follow each other through the hole, and then of course, because they're too close together, it just created kind of a bottleneck. So after a couple of minutes, they do back out.
That's a problem too. I didn't even think of that one. Okay, so we're gonna have to figure this out. Amana, can you shape change all of us into squirrels?
All of you?
Yeah, you're like a wizard, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you were a wizard this whole time.
I am not, and I also cannot shape change everyone, as we really haven't taken a break since I summoned a crap ton of fire elementals to take care of the Hydra. You're welcome.
I think you'll find that if you search back to when we fought it, my Sunbeam took care of the Hydra, really.
No, that's not what I think.
Did Jor fight you?
Sure did.
That might have killed it too. I've seen that happen.
I could change one of you into something, Like, if we wanted to see what Jor looked like as a squirrel, I could facilitate that.
Okay, squirrel army. Oh, by the way, that might work out good later, Jor. But we'll talk about that later. So, squirrel army. Is there another way besides that little tiny hole that we are not going to fit through?
Yeah, sure. Up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and then across and then down some more.
Okay, well, we like to do that, so we're gonna take the up and down way.
Okay, we get silver pelt, and a couple of them will dart in to catch up with the one in you to get her to actually come back.
Sorry, what I missed.
We're discussing our ways forward.
That way.
We were also talking about reenacting that scene from the Disney Sword in the Stone, where the little female squirrel sees the polymorphed male squirrel. And flirty. We were going to reenact that, but you got back just in time.
I'm sorry, but you're welcome.
Thank you.
Apologize to Jor.
Also, Steph says hi.
Hi, Steph. Hope you're having fun with the turtle races.
Apparently, very.
Okay, so we have a ways to go because we're not going to fit through the hole we decided.
Okay. So how are we going forward?
Up and down, up and down.
Yeah. See?
Across and then down some more.
Let's start climbing then, I guess. Unless, do any of our, I forget which of our pets came with us versus stayed, and if any of them have flight other than Lester.
So your other
Sunbeam can fly.
pets, yep, Sunbeam can fly.
Okay.
Your other pets, your encampment of soon-to-be circus performers, are actually watching them. You have a squig.
Okay. Okay.
You have a winged lion, but
Yeah, and then we've got the 2 dragons.
yeah, the 2 dragon goats.
And I could turn one of you into something big that flies. If it makes you feel better.
Sure.
I wish horse could fly.
I'll do it. Change me up. I'm for it.
Okay. I give Shanna another magic mushroom.
Before I eat it, what will this make me, and when do I turn back? I want an insight check to make sure he's not trying to kill me.
Agrin will take one.
I will offer to turn one person into a giant eagle.
I'll take it. I immediately eat
Also, don't eat that mushroom.
Oh.
Can you make her into a giant peacock instead?
I mean, Becca, that's up to you if you want to take that as an action or not. I told her not to do it.
I don't know. I heard giant eagle, and I want to be a giant eagle.
Okay. So with the mushroom, did you eat the mushroom or not?
Well, I put it in my mouth as he said, "Don't eat it," so I could just spit it back out.
All right, that is up to you, but I do need to know.
Mushroom spores work like that.
Yeah, that's not to eat it.
All right, I do still need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Chester, why are you being an asshole?
I told you not to eat it.
After handing it to me to eat, you
You
can't.
do have advantage on this because you did spit it out.
I don't think that's an advantage roll.
Yep.
I don't. That doesn't really.
You do have advantage on the roll because you spit it out.
Do I? Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're waiting for. We're just see fuck you and I hate you.
Oh God.
Oh God, which mushroom did you give her?
I had 2 saddlebags of brand new mushrooms.
Oh, oh God. All right, so Sameo, you hear somewhat a bubbly voice in your head.
Uh-huh.
Meat mother.
It says, "Welcome to Unity.
Oh no.
Thank you for sharing your body and your eyes to expand out and have all become one all become unity.
And I'm saying this, I'm assuming out loud. I wasn't sure. I didn't think this was how you turned into a giant eagle, and I don't feel like a giant eagle. I think Amonit's full of shit. What's unity?
We just gave like the one planeswalker among us access to Unity.
Agrin actually goes wide-eyed and be like, okay. So my dad told me how to handle this. Sameo, I need you to lay down, and then he takes out his giant chef knife greatsword and be like, I need you to hold really still.
I'm gonna insight check.
I don't know if you have an action.
I am going to have to grab a glass of wine for whatever happens next. Please wait.
Oh, it's pretty obvious that
Okay.
that Agrin is about to punch you as hard as possible in the stomach to make you throw up.
Okay. But do I know that you're not gonna kill me with the sword?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're actually infected, he might.
Apparently I am, because you're an awful, unfun person. And
I said don't eat that one.
you could have handed me a different one. Also, you said you were going to turn me into an eagle and handed it to me.
I will go turn you into an eagle.
Actually, Agrin will stop on that and be like, actually, turning you an eagle might work. It shouldn't have absorbed it shouldn't be absorbed in your system for a little while, and the different physiology.
If I'm infected and it changes me, Samaya will end up just hopping to another universe to do its bidding, and then I'll just pull up a new character.
Agrin is going to be like, okay, we need to make you vomit, and then he will look through his pack of food and find basically Epicac and make her.
What do I have in my pack that would make me throw up? I have 3 raspberry haste potions. Can I just chug them all and vomit everywhere?
I have really long fingers.
You know what? Amana can just druid craft you some roots that are like intentionally gonna make you barf.
Well, am I gonna trust you ever the fuck again?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't eat this root, you probably will no longer exist. Probably.
Sense is fun, and I'll start chewing it. But I look at Agrin. If this doesn't work, you make me throw up, and if I die, you kill him.
Okay.
Traitor.
All right.
And then I hold up another one of those mushrooms, and I tell everybody, look, these mushrooms are not for eating by us.
But maybe you shouldn't fucking hand them to people.
I was gonna give each of everybody one. I don't know why you felt the need to just eat it.
Chester.
What?
Stop being Terry.
He's not here. Someone
Okay.
has to do it.
So with chewing on the root that Amana Druid craft, go ahead and give me another con save. All right, you vomit.
Okay. Do I still hear bubbly voices?
You do, as you're vomiting, you do hear that same voice going,
What's
no,
it say?
wait, you were the perfect vessel. And on it, you actually hear your mother's voice actually saying that as well.
What? No, she was perfect.
Yeah, no, she was perfect, the perfect vessel.
Well, at least someone's being nice to me. I appreciate that bubbly voice, but I don't want to not have sentience. I want to be able to hang out for a bit.
This is why you never introduce girls to your mother before the first date. It's also a lesson that Amanda tells everybody else.
All right. So I'm not eating mushrooms Amana gives me anymore.
Or ask beforehand next time.
We're not going to continue to have the exact same argument, Chester. Because
They're calling you Alice. You put every little piece of food you cross into your vase.
I asked to be turned into an eagle. You handed me a mushroom and said, eat it. I ate it.
That mushroom looks like this. And he brings out a giant eagle mushroom.
Until you have props, I will not listen to you. You should get a collection of those like
Okay.
types of mushrooms.
Agrin will be like, I still trust him on it, and he will
You
take.
can't use my gift as a prop, you jerk.
It's a gift. I can do what I want.
He will take the mushroom out of Amana. It's like, are you sure you don't want to be an eagle? Like,
Yeah, whoever eats that one, giant eagle. That's happening.
who wants to be a giant eagle?
I want my insight check again because I still want to be an eagle. Can I tell that will actually make me a fucking eagle?
That is actually the component for the giant eagle.
Then I eat it because I want to be a giant eagle.
Okay, but you have to forgive me. That's part of the spell.
No, I
Part of
refuse.
acceptance.
Also, I'm going to activate the sigil on your coaster and curse you because you're being
I knew it.
secretly underneath the paper are carved runes on everyone's, and I just have to activate it from this end.
Chris's and I are the same, so the joke's on you.
No, they're not. They're different.
Oh, he told me they were the same.
Well, it's the same letter.
Oh.
We don't know what's written underneath.
I become a giant eagle.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Samaya has become a
Giant
giant eagle. Odie kind of yips next to you, briefly.
I headbutt him, or whatever form of affection that thing is that birds do. I don't headbutt him to hurt him, that nudge that birds do.
Okay. How do you guys want to proceed? Sunbeam can fly, Lester can fly. You do, however, have a sleigh with an egg.
Yeah, I'm like, I wish I had a dragon to ride on.
Call your girlfriend. You've got her phone number.
Am I big enough to pick up Jor because he's tiny? Can I just, with a claw, just and fly?
So Jor is standing fairly close to Amonit, correct?
Yeah, I
All
guess.
right. Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Call your girlfriend. You have her number, or what he said.
Okay, Jor, when you say that, the mask Amonit has actually starts glowing.
Did you get a walkie-talkie? A dragon walkie?
Can
Got a Where's
What
My
it-
Boyfriend app.
see what it's doing. Can I tell what it's doing?
Right now it's just glowing. A warm golden glow.
I will start talking to the mask.
I'm on it, like, indignantly, like, pulls up close. So if you're like 3,000 feet high in an hour, it's on you.
No, that won't be a problem. That won't be a problem. I have Ring of Feather Falling. We're good.
Not to whoever's riding you or that you're carrying.
Then I can just pop into another plane and pull them with me. If we have enough time as I fall.
At terminal velocity.
Yeah. It's fine. You want to ride? Just grab you and start flying. Well, I'm a giant bird, so Samayo is officially more flighty than usual, so someone else needs
I don't know, but Jorah and Becca both have hands over their mouths, and I don't trust either of them right now.
They're literally whispering.
Why?
Because you were trying to talk to the mask that I indignantly clutched to my chest. That's why.
Agron is going to be like, I can fit one more on Sunbeam, and two more if they're Jor size, but we only have one of them. Anyone want to ride with me?
I'll ride with you.
Okay.
Can the squirrels ride too?
Well, they could, except, hey, Sunbeam, how many of you? It's like 3 that can you can give like the not burning them, right?
Sunbeam kind of like snorts and ducks its head down once.
So you could have a bunch of
You could have a bunch, but only one of them is not going to become roasted squirrel.
Okay. Let me talk to the squirrels real quick. I'm gonna let the squirrels know I can only take one of them because we're gonna fly. So I need a volunteer to come with me, and the rest go through the hole, and we will meet up on the other side.
Okay, so it is the little gray one that you have named the dappled light on leaves hiding the acorns that volunteers, because it knows where the other hole exits. Yes, Shayna.
Teacher, as I'm in giant eagle form, do I retain my intellect scores? Is it my physical ones that have changed, or?
Chester, could you go ahead and read out your spell for polymorph?
I would love to. I've got a button and I'm not afraid to press it.
Okay. Okay, so they were placed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't know. I'm going to look up what a giant eagle's scores are. I'm trying to determine if I heard and am close enough and would know to then offer to carry some of the squirrels. Because I'm a giant eagle. They could all cling on to my claws or something if no one else.
They're really not comfortable around you. Eagles usually, eat them.
That's what I'm trying to figure out because my personality's the same.
Yeah.
My mental stats have changed.
But is spider's influence great enough to convince them it's safe?
It's safe. Yeah, that's
Well,
what
I will say, as Spider is releasing each of the squirrels from the harness, they are darting towards the hole and starting. They're somewhat long.
okay, so they're good.
I mean, they've gotten used to dragons and hydras and chimeras, but eagles, that's
Something different. Yeah, I get it. It's a little different. Also, my int score is not good, so I wouldn't, I think, know to offer anyway.
Okay.
I'm just flying around waiting for Jor and Amonit to figure out what they're doing with the mask then.
Amonit's keeping his mask and climbing on Lester and flying away.
Leaving Jor on the ground.
Another question is, what do you want to do with the egg and with horse and Odie?
And Jor.
I want to bring. I can fit Odie in one claw and Jor in another. I can carry them. I'm assuming because I'm a big bird.
And Agron can carry the egg.
Yeah.
Well,
If
I mean,
Jor
we
trusts
we
him.
can send horse back.
Yeah, that's not going to create a panic at all with your
Yeah,
followers.
just the riderless horse coming back.
I mean, we can write a note.
I was just gonna say, can we put a big sign on it, like when you send a kid home from school and just pin it to their ship?
It says,
I don't think they've invented the safety pin yet.
Or we can go back and get another mount. Do we have another flying mount, we said?
Well, the problem is your other pets are all still babies and about
Yeah,
your size. They could, the winged lion or squeg could probably handle some squirrels, but they wouldn't be able to carry any of you yet.
I mean, okay, so it's if we're just worried about horse right now, or is it horse and the egg?
Well, the egg would probably be better off with the handlers, I think.
Well, then
Right.
why don't we strap the egg onto horse with a couple of notes and send horse back, or leave horse here and be like, if we're not back by sundown, go back.
Yeah, I haven't taught horse that trick yet.
Oh, why not?
I don't know. I didn't think of it.
Shame.
But he can count. She can count. I don't know. I haven't really checked. Great count. So yeah, let's do one of those things.
Well, it's your horse.
I prefer to think of it as one of my partners. But yeah.
The implication was that it's your decision.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll if Jor's okay with that, let's strap the egg to horse and someone write a note. My handwriting's not good. I've got these big claws.
Well, I've got legit chicken scratch now, so not me.
Agron will write a note with his horrible penmanship, but it's big and it's fairly legible.
It's honestly still probably better than my real world handwriting. All right, off we go.
Okay.
I scoop up Jor and Odie and take off. What's happening? Who's writing?
I believe Agrin is right.
We will be back.
Take.
Care of horse.
Is the egg coming with us, or going to be sent back with the horse?
I believe you were sending it back with horse.
Is Jor okay with that? I mean, this is his baby. Yep, he doesn't care. He's texting his wife. I mean, lady friend dragon.
There. That's what the sign said.
And the egg. Okay. So when you said
Love
horse,
Agrin.
Spider, would you go ahead and give me an animal handling check to see how well horse understands your request?
Oh shit!
That'll be interesting. I'll try to remember that.
Oh,
Horse goes back to the herd, who have now adopted a baby Hydra.
Okay. We'll figure out what happens with that later.
Yeah, I didn't teach him that trick. I hope he's okay.
Okay, so Agrin has Spider and a squirrel. Sameo has picked up Jor and Odie.
yeah.
And the squirrels are darting through their tunnel, hopefully to be seen on the other side. Sameo has an hour fly time before she has to land, so you are going to get kind of up in the mountains. Hopefully, that's up to you.
I could just keep flying.
You could just keep flying. That is up to you. I will not tell you not to. As the spell is beginning to fade, you can actually begin to feel your
Bone density returning.
your bone density returning. I was going to say your humanity, but you're actually an elf, so that would
My elf humanity.
yeah, your elf humanity returning.
Your hollow bones aren't so hollow anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when I start feeling a little more solid again, what I'll do is I'll put Jor and Odie back on the ground, but I will fly back up high again. And as I'll let the spell expire so I can get every second out of flying and then just feather fall to the ground, because I would want that experience in the real world too.
All right, cool. I like it. Amonit, you're on Lester, so if you are shadowing Sameo, you would know where she dropped people off. And Agrin, if you're doing the same with Sunbeam, same thing.
Okay.
You are, at this point,
Like a
kind
solid
of like,
place to make camp for the night.
yeah, you're up in the mountains at this point. Anyone with pretty good survival or having lived out in the mountains would know that it's going to get pretty cold at night this high up.
I'm going to just snuggle with Sunbeam.
Yeah. Lester's got me.
I've got Odie.
Go for warmth. Jor's like, oh, I wish my girlfriend were here.
Yeah, your girlfriend's a dragon. Get her over here.
I have a pile of fur coat here if anybody wants to cuddle. Oh, wait, they're in tunnels. Dang. Where's my blankie?
Aww.
Sure, be your teddy bear.
All right.
Actually, size difference wise, that would be perfect. This is my stuffed animal. His name is Jor.
Come here, Jor. I'll tuck Jor under one arm and keep him warm.
Are we even bothering to set watches, or do we just want to let this shit happen?
We're just Agrin is going to. No, Agrin's tired. He fought a Hydra and charged through a swamp. Oh, and he's probably still wet, so he is not happy.
Like, you gotta stop and think, though. Any predator that comes upon this eclectic group of
It's probably not going to think evil.
predators is just not gonna want to mess with it. Like, either out of just like, oh, or what the?
I mean, Agrin has to smell pretty rank right now. He's sweaty, covered in Hydra blood.
No, Amana cleaned him. Remember, I put the
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh no, that's right. He's not even wet. He's just very staticky.
Yeah.
He looks like a Build-A-Bear.
You got blow dried and scented.
We need to make a sign to put outside of our camp to ward off monsters. It says, "Hide your babies." Sun Puppy campsite.
I steal baby.
Steal baby.
If you mess with us, we will not only kill you, but we will find your children and raise them as our own.
We will raise them to hate you and resent you.
Okay. I am going to actually have to pull out one of our books, I think, unless I can find the stats online.
Uh-oh, random encounter.
Maybe with the sign I just made? I made a sign and everything.
I saw it. It's gone.
No, it's not.
The one that said we will steal your baby and
It will totally kill you and steal your baby.
yeah, it's no longer there for me. It was there and now it's gone.
Well, it's still there for me, so
That's Bolos. All right, one moment.
It's lower.
it's on the bottom.
I need
Yeah,
to grab.
it started higher.
I will be back.
There,
Okay.
and it's now on stream. We will totally
on
kill you and steal your.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, it is our MO for the entirety of this
This
campaign.
campaign. Yeah.
And heart. Yay. Watching the delay on stream is super amusing to me. 3 years later. Fucking feeding me Unity. I swear to God.
I told you not to eat that one.
You, after handing it to me, why would you hand it to me if you weren't going to have me eat it to turn me into an eagle?
Well, in fairness, Mother really wants you to be in her clutch.
Yeah, you know what? I would say fair. Maybe she handed it to you or controlled your hand to hand it to me as like a trick.
Well, it's all about chaos.
Adorable. What is that? What's the little furry
That's
thing?
Agrin.
Oh, I love it. Are we doing self-portraits on there now?
Totally not how I pictured him at all.
That is how I'm picturing him from now on. 'Cause
Yeah, he looks like he's like one of those creatures off of Sesame Street. Like,
I am now picturing him as a Muppet. It was not how I was picturing him, but now like he is very much a Muppet.
Well, what kills me is
It's like
those
Sweetums.
eyes also could be very tiny glasses, and that's what I like. He's just like one of the little soots from a Miyazaki film, but with big glasses.
okay, the longer we make Becca look at the book, she's gonna find something tougher to throw at us.
Well, I don't even know if you'd end up fighting them. There's ways for you to get out of the potential encounter.
Like taming them and making them our friend.
Yeah, be our friend or we'll kill you and steal your baby.
The Sun Puppy special.
Yep. Do you guys set up watches for Word the Night, or do you just have the sign up?
Just the side.
Agrin will take mid watch.
I'll take first watch.
I will take last watch.
All right, if those are the 3 watches, first roll me a d3, please.
Someone not on watch should roll that.
Oh no.
There you go. First watch.
Okay.
So that means we probably don't have any of our spells back. Boo.
Yeah, that would be accurate.
I haven't lost any spells because I wasn't here.
I turned you into a giant eagle.
That's true. You did utilize a pretty strong spell for that.
You're
All
welcome.
right. And Spider, you said you were taking first watch?
Yes, and I'm probably passing the time by trying to teach my squirrel friend how to moonwalk or something.
Yes.
That is awesome. What is your passive perception?
Passive perception is 15.
Okay.
Not bad.
Then go ahead
Could be
and
better.
give me a perception check. Okay. So, Spider, about halfway through your watch, you actually feel right at the back of your neck a claw tap you.
The claw of a new friend.
He'll freeze in place and then slowly look over his shoulder.
So very close to your face, you do see kind of red eyes and a very hyena-looking maw. For a moment, you might think it's Narga, except you've been told Narga is dead. And you, being a ranger, you recognize pretty quick that this is actually a female, and she stands about 8 foot tall.
She's back.
God damn it.
I thought she'd be dead by now.
Any familiar markings?
She does have the red markings that Narga had, like almost like stripes along each side of her face. You probably do smell the very distinct coppery smell of blood on her, and she does have a flail in one hand. And beyond her, you can actually see in the shadows a few more sets of eyes.
So, does she smell familiar? I have scent.
Oh, yes, she does. You would be the only person in your entire party to recognize her scent because you actually met her before.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Back in that Yanti settlement when Narga was still with you.
What was her name? Do I know?
I don't believe you actually interacted with her enough to know her name.
I think Samayo's. No, that was.
That was Ro. I was
Ro.
just thinking that too. Ro is the one who.
I only vaguely remember. Was she some relation to Narga?
Kind of like a cousin.
/ competitor.
Okay,
What?
I'll turn around slowly and go, shh, he's sleeping.
When Rosha was made friendly to her, I forget, someone saw that happen. Was it Sim? Like, I remember someone was watching and saw Rosha walk off and start talking to no one.
It was not Sim. Sim was in the cave up on top of the waterfall.
Because I don't remember who it was, but they would have heard the name. I just can't remember who it was.
Are you?
So, two different Knolls
Oh.
you're actually talking about. The one that took Rosho away, that was Savra.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know if this was Savra or not.
This is not Savra.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
So I just remember that coming up.
Yeah.
That's what I was afraid it was.
Overheard.
And Spider did meet Savra when she announced herself as the Scion of Yingyu to the entire town at one point.
I might not have been there for that. Sorry.
No, that's a different campaign. That was Malice.
Oh, yeah, it happened in this one too. Like way back.
She shows up a lot.
Remember
I
that-
wasn't there.
we don't want to.
It was on another world.
Yeah.
Scott,
Yes.
would Narga have shared his interaction of this particular Knoll with Spider at any point? Because Narga and her actually had a fairly...
Nope.
Okay. Well, then we won't go into that.
But would I know that she is some relation to Narga is what I want to know.
She does smell slightly familiar, like similar to him.
Okay. You're probably here for your cousin, aren't you?
I don't smell him around here.
Because he smells really good right now.
He smells really bad right now. Oh, wait, that's right. You cleaned
I
him up.
cleaned him up.
Agrin? Yeah, he's sleeping. Do you want me to get him?
Agrin. Who's Agrin?
I don't know. Tell you guys to come over here and warm up. It's cold out here.
My people are not going to come anywhere close so long as that mushroom scent is nearby.
Oh yeah, he's a real problem. I'll throw something over at Agrin.
Ow.
I'll make a shushing motion and beckon him over to me.
Uh.
By a Knoll who's standing over.
Come here.
Hello.
We're missing some really good Scott stretches right now.
I think this is your cousin. Have you guys met?
Cousin.
Well, I think it was one of Narga's cousins. What was your name?
Jin.
Jin. We only met once, I think.
Oh, yeah, she is my cousin. Narga mentioned something about it. What do you want?
I want to know why I'm blanking on the Mushroom Queen's name all of a sudden.
Zooktamoy.
Thank you. Why the Zooktamoy spawn is here in my territory. Again.
Again. Ooh, I've been here before.
Zooktamoy spawn? Oh,
I think
are
she-
you the spawn of Zooktamoy, Spider?
No, I think she's talking about him on it.
Oh, yeah. We needed him for something. Why did we need him?
I don't know. You always had him when I found you.
You guys sold each other out so damn fast. Oh my god. As soon as there's a claw, Spider's like, whoever you want, just kill him in the
Oh, I remember why we needed him. We need him because he's the only one among us that can turn people into other things.
Well, it's true. He's our only magician right now.
In her sleep, Samayo probably makes like a cawing eagle noise, just really softly, like she's dreaming. So,
I mean, we're super powerful. Don't get me wrong. Like, if I wanted to, I could make my horse kill all you. But I'm really tired, and I killed a Hydra pretty much single-handedly today.
We're working on songs about it right now.
I'm sore for breaking all my reps at the gym. Like, give me a break.
But if you want to come back like in the morning, because I mean we can put something on. We can host you properly, do the whole like thing. Maybe even do the whole evil genius thing. Like we'll feed you and then put you in a trap somewhere, and then you can escape and swear vengeance on us, and it'll be really, really epic for your story.
How
So, Spider, right next to your shoulder, you hear a snort and like the lowest hyena giggle you could imagine as she's trying to keep it in.
Yeah, but that worries Spider more than anything because he's trying to remember: is that when Narga was going to blow things up and set them on fire, or is that a good sound?
So what Jin will say, she will actually point at Amonic's spags that he had on Lester and say, dispose of those properly, and because you were a companion of Narga, I will allow you through our lands unmolested. If in the morning those are still in existence, we will have to take measures.
Okay, I'll
In her throat.
I will let him on it know. Now, can we go back to bed?
They slip into the shadows.
I'll wave. Bye.
Agron's gonna walk over to Amonet, like nudge him with his foot. Hey, dude.
What?
You need to get rid of your stash.
He reaches up and does this. He's like, okay, I'll shave in the morning. God.
No. I mean, like the mushrooms.
The cops here, and I didn't want to be a narc or nothing, brah, but you gotta get rid of your stash.
The very founding mushroom was a gift to me from your father.
I mean, that's sad. Can you at least like put them, like hide them somewhere?
I mean, we could probably feed them all to you if we tried really hard.
I'm not eating those mushrooms.
Doesn't someone have a bomb?
Yeah, I don't advise it. It's good that you listen. See, when I told you not to do something, you listened. Yeah, I like you, Agron. You're smarter than Samayo.
That is patently untrue.
I rescind my offer of 5 seconds ago. I'm on it.
That wasn't made in character. That wasn't made in character. You're sleeping.
Do any of us have like?
What about a bottomless bag? Who's got one of those?
I think Samayo does. She's got all sorts of weird things, but you'd have to wake her.
Wouldn't that be
Wake her up.
convenient? Too bad the offer's been rescinded.
In her sleep when she's dreaming of being an eagle.
Sameo. Sorry to wake you up. Actually, you're an elf. You don't even sleep.
She
No,
trans.
I don't sleep. Amon, it seems to have forgotten that.
They trance.
Sameo, can we
Yeah.
borrow your bag of holding?
No, but I can use the bag of holding to your benefit. No one else can have it.
Hey, if you guys are up, I'm just gonna pretend that it's already second shift and I'm gonna crash. Okay?
That's fine with me.
Night Spider, good job keeping us safe, buddy.
Yeah. Watch out for the gnolls.
Yeah, no, I watched all of that happen. You did a job.
You were drooling. I was watching.
Worst trancer ever.
Alright.
It's not how reverie works.
I imagine at this entire time George just snoring through this entire exchange.
Up against Spider's side like a teddy bear.
He's dreaming about sexy dragon ladies.
Sameo, can you store all those mushrooms that Amana has? Like, I think we might get in trouble if they're still on this plane of existence tomorrow.
Sure. And if we start to get in trouble, I'll just pop to another plane and then come back and then problem solved.
I'm gonna need your assurances that I'll be getting those back.
Sure.
Mother trusted me with those, and Mother is not one that you've heard her voice. You don't want her coming after you.
Well, I mean, she sounded like she liked me, but
And if you lose her mushrooms, that can change quickly.
I'm not gonna lose them. I'll give you back your mushrooms, dude. Chill. You're such a tight ass about it.
Amana hands over the saddlebags worth of Unity mushrooms.
Okay, that's all in the bag. Do they get dehydrated in there since it's a bag of holding? It doesn't have oxygen.
They'll be fine.
So, do you give her all of your Unity mushrooms?
I mean, technically, I still have the one that was given to me from Narga via Agrin, but like it's whatever. Like I just use the spores to make war with that. It's with my spell components and whatnot.
Okay. Well, you constantly smell of Zooptamoy anyhow, so that would be fine.
I do.
Okay. The rest of the night is fairly quiet. Agrin, at some point throughout the night, you do get a necklace.
Oh, they snuck up on you. Precious.
I don't know how much Narga would have shared about some of the accoutrements. It is made of bones, and he is in the other room.
I'm listening.
Okay.
The AI detects your presence and your words.
Sorry, continue on.
Okay, so at some point throughout the night, you do have a necklace of bones that is either placed in your hand or next to you. So when you wake up, you do have what you would know as it's a necklace of protection. It's very specific, though. It's a gift to allow you through the lands of the Knolls unmolested. It is also a necklace of protection, though.
Yay! I will put it on and attune to it.
Okay. And in a bizzle on many of the bones is actually carved certain things, and it's actually has your father Narga's name on it.
Is Mother's name on there too?
No.
No, his mother, not my mother.
No.
Nope. Because Jin has no idea who Agrin's other father is, and has no idea how Agrin actually came to be.
No one does.
Someone does.
Yeah, I was like, someone does. Someone's very aware.
Someone was definitely there when it happened.
Are you sure?
One way or another, there had to be someone involved.
Okay.
I mean, it did happen in the abyss.
Like, so,
So something
yeah,
would have been the correct.
a sentience was involved in the creation.
Uh-huh. Okay. He wakes up, he adores his necklace, and they're like, okay, are we ready to head out again? I think it's best to not be here for very long.
How far does their territory roam, do you think?
I don't know.
Spider is going to do a smell inspection. I'm sniffing for obvious mushroom sign that they're going to pick up on.
Amana does still smell like that type of mushroom, but it's only centered on him. Maybe a very slight amount at the very opening of Sameo's bag.
Amana, you want to do your magic cleany thing because they're going to smell you and they're going to attack us.
They can try.
I prefer not to kill a bunch of family members. I'm on it.
I've already hit my mushrooms. I don't know what you want from me. I smell the way I smell.
Dude, just like,
I mean, you made me smell all pretty.
yeah, a little less of your natural odor is.
Yeah, it doesn't really smell good anyways.
Yeah. Just rub a different kind of mushroom on yourself. Like, you're
Like,
made of this stuff
what
to
about
be, right?
Like chanterelle, like be all nutty.
So my problem with this is that Amonat has a permanent aura of mushroom spores.
No, that's fine. That's what we're saying is amp up the smell of something else to match that very specific mushroom. Because they can tell the unity from everything else. Just amp up the other shit.
Do I have something that potent, Becca?
Druid craft something particularly stank.
I mean, I figured that's probably like the potentest mushroom, so.
Go ahead and roll me a
Corpse blossom. Just
I mean, that's what Amonat's named after, so whatever.
No.
Yep. Roll me a D100. Oh yeah, sorry, it's a corpse blossom. You definitely have some corpse blossom seeds because to spew and smell like that.
Very well. Corpse blossoms it is. Hope you're all happy. And you know what? I ensure that everybody gets a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure, but I also immediately move upwind and stay there.
I can control the wind. You're getting some.
I'm gonna immediately hop on Sunbeam and have him like flare his mane, just to burn all the spores away.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'd rather smell burning hair than a corpse blossom.
I'm sorry, did you want to be a giant eagle again today?
I didn't know that was on offer.
Well, you want to spend the rest of your life on the side of the mountain?
Oh no, I can just port out of here without thinking about it, remember? I can just
abandon the mission and your friends. I see how it is.
yeah, I'm not Rosho. I don't have any kind of attachment to anything. Other than making sure George doesn't get kidnapped a fucking again.
I have a phone call. I'll be back.
How dare you? Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm kidding, I don't care. Yeah, I guess if Amana would offer and we need to continue flying.
I think this might be a perfect chance for Jordan to discuss ways to do what he wants, though.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
that.
if I have to, I will cast any kind of spells I have available, pass without a trace, and I will take it.
Okay.
I
For
would
that, because of the house rule, we do have to get Chester's agreement to do that.
Yeah. If need be, Jor, you could do it while he's casting the giant eagle thing on me. So his focus is at least somewhere else. But, I mean, it's me as a player, so I know that if I actually participate, he will know immediately and be like,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No matter what, you guys can come up with a plan, but we do
It's
have
just like, I just need to put it on.
No, yeah, that's still the rule. We can't actually.
I know, that's why I was like,
I'm on it.
I was like, I don't want to just steal it because I don't want a repeat of what happened last time.
Yeah, please.
And I'm like,
But
I need that mask.
Yeah.
I need it.
Well, hey, how about this? Worst comes to worst, I'll hold his mushrooms hostage.
That's what I was also
Give me the
thinking.
You know, if Chester doesn't like the idea of a Monit being distracted and you just snatching it with your magic, then we can try and find a way. I'm sure he won't object to every mode that we could come up with.
I mean, I want to know what this mask does too, but
yeah, I'm
And
really
it has
curious.
transmutation on it. And
Yeah, I want to know. Oh, curious.
I know.
Oh, Becca,
Yes.
what creature? Hey, don't scratch my child. Sorry. What creature other than Lester, or would it be Lester, do you think is like the main being in this section of the campaign?
Oh, like the main one that might end the world?
If I were to draw something,
Ah,
would it be Lester, or would it be a dragon? Would it be the void and celestial dragons? Oh, never mind. Chester's back.
so really hard to say which one it would be because each of the ones that you guys have adopted has been so very iconic, including horse. And
Yeah.
not a horse.
That's my
Or
problem.
the fucking squirrels. I mean, so I have a hard time like saying one over the other because you've got the dragon goats,
Yeah.
you've got the squig that pixelates, which I believe Agrin named Pixie, right?
yep, Pixie the Leviathan.
Yep. So I really couldn't say.
Okay, that's fine.
I am going to grab a glass to soothe my throat. Do you want to take this time to actually discuss with Chester what would
Yes.
be acceptable?
Sure.
Okay.
Chris.
So, Chester, Jor really wants this dragon mask.
Oh, yeah.
And before we start, having troubles like we had last time, he's trying to figure out what would be to you as a player, what would be a all right thing to do.
I honestly half expected all this earlier was you ready to steal it in the night.
See,
And
I didn't.
I almost sent a message. I was gonna be like, I rub spores over this thing. I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't do it because I didn't want what happened last time without it just being well known that everybody agrees to it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you could probably ask to just try it on and see if it
Yes.
does anything. In the realm of experimentation, as Amonit is the creepy professor.
Because technically, I think this is actually kind of story driven for Jor. So I'm I feel like I only got one component of.
Stole your story.
No, and I think that's if anybody should be the one that puts on this mask, it probably should be Jor, because I feel like everybody, while it's not actually true, everyone thinks they could take on Jor.
I feel like if Jor approached this as due to your natural born affinity for dragons,
Okay, cool. Yeah. That would be a little
the
better.
professor would be like, that sounds like a very good experiment. Since I don't know what it does, we don't have identify, so
Yeah.
keeping it then is just you keeping it, I guess.
You would get the results for your experiment either way.
And get some brownie points in theory with, Jor.
You would.
Everybody needs a pet dragon on their side here and there, I guess.
I mean, we've got a few now.
Ooh, then we could stud out Lester with Jor.
But by the way, my other dragon, the dragon goat thing, is named Bob.
Nice.
I forget, which one did you have? Did you have the void or the celestial? You have the celestial, right?
Yeah, you had the void.
Okay, that's what I thought. Well, who I still haven't named. I forgot to think about that over the break. Why'd you name it Bob?
I picked the most, like I was telling Becca, I'm going to pick the most mundane, normal name. Everybody has these normal names for them.
Oh, well, then I have to come up with the most mundane, normal girl name. Be like Mary.
But you're an elf, so it has to be an elf mundane name.
Oh, damn.
Like,
Legolas.
Tannis half elven, or
No, Greenleaf. Greenleaf.
oh my gosh. There's a
Avoid
girl at
going
work who
over
named her son Tannis.
so Becca.
No, not
We've
Tannis,
come to the
because I
conclusion
don't
that
know myself.
Jor is going to approach Amonit in the realm of experimentation due to his natural affinity for dragons.
Mhm.
And
Try it
the
on.
3D professor is all about experimenting and would totally be willing to indulge his curiosity with the now risk-free to himself to see what this thing is and what it might do.
Okay. All right, Jor, you put
Mhm.
the mask on then?
Yes.
As you feel its magic starting to infuse you, do you fight against it at all?
No. I'm not sure if I understand what's going on to fight against it. So
All right.
I will say Agron is going to watch this trepidatiously and is going to be having a hand on his sword the entire time.
Okay. So all of you actually see golden scales start rippling across Jor's body. He gets a fin down his back. Claws erupt from his hands. I mean, he was a goblin, so they actually turned kind of golden. He starts to grow. He sprouts wings, and they start expanding out in the sunlight. Actually, since it's morning at this point, the sunlight glistens off of him. Jor,
He's
you
gone.
actually do become a golden dragon. You can
Alright.
take the stats that you would have of a goblin and shift it over to a young golden dragon, which also, yes, means you're super fucking powerful.
And
You
you're now biologically compatible with your girlfriend.
you are considerably larger than you are used to in that you are no longer goblin size, you are young dragon sized.
all right.
You do also, everyone else sees you become a dragon. You actually feel another presence in your mind.
Okay.
It feels very young. It almost feels as though its eyes are blinking,
Oh, I really do have a child.
waking up next to you.
Uh-huh. Is there something next to me?
If you move your head, no, it's just your golden body.
Okay.
I mean, technically, I'm next to him, and I'm like, Jor?
That mask is awesome.
Can I still talk?
Yes, you can still talk. You can also feel in your head. You have another language now through the shared entity in your mind. You do know Draconic now, if you did not already.
I did not, and thank God for that, because I have too many children that are dragons now.
Now I can actually speak with my children. What are you doing over there? Hey,
I imagine Agron now sounds like this to Jor.
Tyler.
Jor. Are you okay?
Jor's having the best day ever.
Yeah, Jor will just look at him curiously and just like, yes? Is there a problem?
Jor, you do hear in your head, are we Jor?
He's like, did you want to just give me Unity?
No, I'll be like, I'm Jor. Who are you?
Is he saying this out loud?
Yes. Jor-
Jor, you're talking to yourself.
So what does the voice say to me?
If you are Jor, and we are together,
Then we are Jor.
We are Jor.
then we are. Wait, are we not supposed to be Jor? Am I supposed to be something else?
Are you here with me in here?
Jor, right here. Really. Right down here.
Jor will put his clawed hand and shh to Agron.
So, Jor, you actually see your other claw, the one you were not intending to move, also come up, and both of your claws are doing shh. And then the one you're not controlling actually kind of like pokes your own nose, and then goes back to you being able to control it.
Jor isn't really smart enough to figure this out. There's somebody talking into my mind, and he's. Is it like a he or she?
It's a he.
All right, and so literally he was controlling part of my body at that point.
Just very briefly, you could actually feel almost like a strain while it was happening.
Okay.
But for a moment, one of your limbs that you were not intending to move moved of its own accord.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, well, I think I'm Jor, and you are somebody else. Do you not have a name?
I don't remember being given a name. I mean, this, I'm pretty sure, is my first day.
Oh, well then, yeah, you probably don't have a name.
I don't remember having a hatching day before this, so I'm pretty sure this is it.
I guess I'll have to give you a name too. I mean, there's so many names I have to come up with.
My name's Samayo. That's a monet spider.
Yeah, I will start introducing. You can see what I'm looking at, right?
Yeah, I can see.
I'm going to start introducing everybody to. God damn it! I need a name.
Jor 2.
Raj. R-O-J. Raj.
Oh, name it Chris. That won't be confusing at all.
Oh my god, name it Chris.
See how that just like got fourth dimensional now? There's a voice inside a voice inside a wait.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I just really want to name it Chris.
Yes. Do it.
Chris's voice inside
Please,
Jor's head.
please
Yeah.
name it Chris.
Inside Jor's head.
Yes, I will name it Chris.
All the meta.
You hear Chris. Chris. I like this name. I think it's a good name.
Well,
I am Chris. And we are your Chris.
yeah, sure. That sounds good.
It is what's up for your fam. Short Chris. It's even hyphenated.
Yeah. I'm going to start looking around. I'm like, well, are we going someplace?
Or are you going to explain why you turned into a dragon and started talking to yourself and are introducing us to yourself and
Has he
Who's
ever
Chris?
explained that he's not a goblin?
Shush. Wait, if you
No.
actually say that, Samaya will nudge you.
Actually, you know what? Amon just said, everybody calm down. I've broken the curse that was on Jor. Restore Jor to his rightful form in all his glorious splendor.
If you're saying that, George stands up a little straighter.
Wait, are you saying that? I thought that we were just humoring him.
No?
Jor, I really have to apologize. I really thought we were just humoring you about this whole thing. Well, now I feel like an asshole.
The truth does hurt.
Do that again, but record it for me, and I make that my ringtone. Just asshole. Please.
Sure, I will send you a WAV file at some point there, Shannon. Please remind me.
No, you got it. I'll do my-
After this revelation, Amonit looks at Smile and says, "Don't worry, your curse is next on my list."
I'm not cursed.
Yeah, Jor didn't think he was either, did he?
But I know I'm not cursed.
George will look at Samayo. Are you a dragon too?
God, I wish. Is that what you removing curses is? I want to be a dragon.
Well, we're working on giant eagle for you. We can't all be dragons.
I want to be a
At which point he proffers today's giant eagle shroom.
All right.
And he's actually carved the head to look like a little...
You carved a little face in it.
Right, just to be clear, this is the
So
one
you
that you eat.
understand. Eagle.
This is the one that you eat. Not
Okay.
this one. This one.
Got it. So wait, before I eat this and we take off, can Jor fly now?
You might need some lessons between you and Lester. I figure he'll figure it out.
Jor will try to fly, and he will assume that he'll ask the Chris to help because he would think that even a hatchling would have a little bit more experience with the.
I'm enjoying this fourth dimensional while working. It's great.
Yeah.
All right, so
Look at that.
Why roll 20?
Because roll 20.
There we go. Okay. I said young. There you are. All right. I should actually also provide this to Chris.
My also question is, now that I have this mask on, what's going on with the egg?
Oh, but you guys sent the egg away. You don't actually know.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I feel like they're attached somehow to each other.
No, why would you think that? That's weird.
You are absolutely right about that. So for a young golden dragon, you've got strength +6, dex +2. This is going to be your first flight attempt.
Mm-hmm.
So probably a strength-based score. Roll me a d20 +6.
What's going to be fun now is that Jorchris is going to be the official character that carries over into the next version of Sun Puppies.
Okay.
He's never.
Oh,
letting
that
this
can't be
character
good.
go.
Oh no, you actually kind of trip and face plant in the wall of the mountain. Your first attempt.
That was
And he'll
really
get
good,
up
Jor. You need to try again.
Pull himself
Try
off.
again.
Say again?
Amonit's actually going to say, Jorchris, watch Lester. And then he'll climb on Lester's back and demonstrate flight. Because
Yes,
Lester,
like if he'll start watching, maybe I could get advantage
Okay.
by watching somebody.
he's keeping it simple. No special maneuvers, just, the basics.
Flap.
Yeah. Maybe a little hovering.
Do
Because
this. Go up.
All right. A 17, you get off the ground. It's a wobbly first flight, but you are airborne.
Okay.
Agrin will jump on. He's actually already on Sunbeam, and will fly underneath him and kind of
incentive.
try to stabilize him a little bit and push up on his feet.
Samayo will eat her mushroom then and then fly above so that if he starts veering off somewhere, she can help nudge
Turn him.
back on.
Yeah, Jor probably doesn't have the best sense of direction.
Amana takes the lead. Amana takes the lead slightly up so that he can watch from below as Lester does things.
Yeah.
For the rest of the trek.
I
Or at least the next hour when we have to stop so Samayo can be returned into I can do that twice per day. You get 2 hours of flight per day, that's it.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe
maybe
he'll
after
not
an
fly
hour of flight, Jor will probably be tired. So
Yeah. Take a break then anyway.
Oh yeah, he is going to need a bit of a break because his wings are not developed yet.
I wonder when I should tell my girlfriend the news.
I mean, do you even still have your phone? Do you have any of your belongings? Are they all gone?
Yeah, where do you have the pockets in that thing? Do you have a pouch? Are you like a kangaroo?
He's somehow a reptile, but also a marsupial.
He's still wearing pants and a shirt. They're just really stretched.
yeah.
He has having a built-in pouch.
Like
Really,
Hulk
he just has a
style.
little pocket and he can pull.
Just like the Hulk's purple pants. Jor's got a pair.
Why can't I edit? Oh well, I will do that later for you. Anyhow. So yeah, you're able to get beyond the mountains. The gray squirrel, dappled sunlight on leaves hiding the acorns that is on Spider's shoulder, leads you to the exit. It is another squirrel-sized hole, but it's further back in a cave system. You actually can look in the cave and it's just a mass of squirrels waiting for you. They seem to have picked up some people while they were waiting.
Some people.
The squirrels. They're
Oh,
okay. To the
Like, what
squirrels.
people fit?
And I think that is probably going to be a good place to stop for tonight. I hope you guys had fun with that.
Well, Jor turned into a dragon, so I'm happy.
And I got to mess around with my FX thing a lot.
Have a good night, everybody.
I love it so much. Please send me the clip.
Of
It'll be my
course.
next tone for the group chat.
Thank you guys very much.